Welcome back, YouTube family and friends. We are back with another episode of WWE 2K25. In the last episode, we stood up for Naomi, even though we were the ones that kind of caused her to run into a bit of problems with the mask. But Mercedes was a stand-up woman, stand-up person, stood by her. We took down Liv Morgan and Zoe Stark. Triple H announced that at Survivor Series, we're doing the best 2 out of 3 falls for the fate of the WWE. Meaning that if the NXT side won, they could shape the WWE how they see fit. And then obviously if Raw and SmackDown win, then everything go back to the status quo of just the normal 3 brands. So with that being said, we really don't know too much about that because that was our first insight in the last episode. This episode will be centered around the tag championship. Now, I don't know about this because they took the fate out of my hands. CM Punk said he want to step up with Mercedes to face Lexis King and Bayley, I believe. So it's out of my hands. I'm just here as an observer. So we're gonna see if we can, take it home. I don't like this because, if Ant there, everything is a go. But yeah, I don't really know how I feel about this, but let's see what happens.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
NXT No Mercy, by the way.
It's the Unity Champs, ready to show no mercy to their mutiny opponents.
It must not have been easy to step aside and allow another guy to defend the titles that you rightly earned.
I would have never did
Maybe
it.
it wouldn't have been easy for you, Corey, but that just shows the unique, dare I say, unity that this team has. It's the reason they've been so successful, and mutiny has been running scared.
And the challengers from Mutiny taking full advantage of Freebird rules.
Watching the Unity titles fall into the...
They look stupid. That's stupid hat on. It's for the tag.
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles.
All right, Mercedes.
Mutiny thought they were being clever by substituting Bayley onto their team, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
The Freebird rule cuts both ways, Michael. Bayley and King were not prepared for an angry CM Punk.
Tonight's outcome will set the tone for
okay.
Survivor Series, and therefore the entire future of WWE.
Placing him in the corner.
Oof, running knee in the corner.
The ultimate sign of disrespect.
Dragged around into a neck breaker.
The challenger enduring the punishment.
Hopefully he can get out of harm's way for a second and let his partner carry the load.
Momentum entirely against Lexis here.
Lexis isn't showing the capacity to fight back.
Go ahead, tag Bayley in. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, Marlon. Say cheese.
Blow. Counter. He knew just what to do. A striking blow.
Leaping kick connects.
And CM Punk is in control.
Punk is just doing what he pleases.
An important tag here.
This could change the match.
All right, let's focus on Bayley.
Oh, that might have just broken something.
STO! And right into the pin.
Uh-oh. Kicking out so early certainly sends a message.
Ripping their opponent down by the hair. Placing them into position, and look at this. Agonizing situation.
I don't even got no hair. You bald. All right, there, come on.
Oh, he scattered that one. Placing her in the corner.
Double axe handle connects.
Tandem offense in effect. A good team knows how to truly work as one.
Oh, tag.
There's the tag.
There we go.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Ooh. And he turned it around. Uranagi by Punk. He turns it.
Wasting no time. Anaconda Vice is cinched.
Will it get counter? Yes. Not letting the submission attempt do any more damage here.
Ooh, what a calf kick.
It's a right upper corner. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Irish whip from Punk on Bailey.
And Punk follows it up with the knee.
And he nails the Bulldog. Vintage CM Punk.
This looks like it could be all over.
And there's the tag.
We've seen the defending champs win matches with the Whirlwind Splash, and now it's CM Punk's turn.
Wait, what?
What the?
That just happened?
I can't believe this. CM Punk has sided with Mutiny?
This can't be happening right now.
It's over.
We have new Unity Tag Team Champions, all thanks to the shocking turn of one CM Punk.
And now CM Punk is directing Mutiny to attack the former champions. Punk was friends with these two. They trusted him. This is sick.
Honestly, with Punk's track record, we should have seen this coming.
We thought he was one of the leaders of WWE. I don't get it.
You're not the only one.
I knew it.
We could be witnessing the beginning of the end for WWE as we know it.
I hate to agree, Corey, but with CM Punk on their side, Mutiny now has all the momentum leading into the most important Survivor Series ever.
We are headed for dark times.
I've never been one to run from controversy. In fact, some people think wherever I go, I'm the source of it. So let's talk about why I'm here and how it happened. Buckle up. This story begins before I ever returned to WWE. Raw was in Chicago and my old friend Bailey invited me to stop by. Before I was asked to leave, Bailey and I reminisced about her time in NXT, which gave me an idea. If I was going to sign another WWE contract, sure, I wanted a main event WrestleMania, but that wasn't enough. I wanted to create real, permanent change, a legacy. After I signed, I went to the PC and met the men and women there. They had all the talent in the world, but once they left NXT, they were at the mercy of the corporate overlords who didn't give a damn about their stories, their abilities, or what they had done to get to that point. Year after year, NXT would build stars only to have them stolen by the so-called main roster and then tossed aside. If NXT management wasn't going to do anything about it, I was. NXT was the voiceless who needed my voice. With Bailey on board, we recruited Kevin Owens and the NXT roster and we started a movement. Powerful and permanent change. A legacy. And now with Triple H and the board's blessing, thanks, Paul! We not only have a seat at the table, but the chance to smash that table to pieces. It wasn't easy getting to this point. Friendships broken. Lies were told. Sacrifices had to be made. The night of the big invasion, I had to listen to the start of my own revolution as I lay on the concrete floor pretending to be a victim. All I could do was smile on the inside, knowing that my mutiny had begun. As that mutiny unfolded, I even had most of the locker room and the WWE Universe thinking Triple H was on our side. Crazy, right? Or is it? Unfortunately, for the plan to work, I couldn't be upfront with certain individuals. Namely, the now former Unity champions. I sent you on a fool's errand to run yourself ragged going after a made-up NXT Mutiny title that we didn't give a damn about. Oops. Sorry about that. Who do you think put the Mutiny mask in Naomi's locker, huh? You thought it just magically transported its way from the trash can? It was me, you simpletons. You two used to train together, right? Maybe just quit WWE now and go open up a gym. Early retirement. This is your chance to get out before someone gets hurt. Maybe someday you'll understand why I did what I did. But for now, just know that it was for the greater good. When Mutiny reaches its endgame, I will leave WWE not only better, but entirely different than it was when I arrived. And that's a change that was long overdue. So anyone else out there who's on the fence, I implore you to do what's right and get on board the NXT Mutiny Revolution now. Because after Survivor Series, you do not want to be on the wrong side of history.
All right.
I wanted to get the four of us together after everything that happened with Punk. How are you two holding up?
We're okay, but definitely didn't see that one coming.
No one did. Punk had us all doubting Triple H. Turns out he was just trying to divert attention away from himself the entire time.
This feels like that winter when we both got hurt doing that insane drill.
Oh yeah. You messed up your knee and I broke my arm. We were the walking wounded for a while there.
Yeah, at first we were helpless and ready to sit out until we healed up. But after a week or so, we started to figure out how to help each other compensate for what we were missing.
So you figured out how to get by?
You can use that experience. You don't need Punk. You never did.
Thank you.
You have each other.
I guess you're right. But even though we have each other, we still need help if we're going to defeat Mutiny at Survivor Series.
I know you couldn't trust anyone in the locker room before, but now you don't really have a choice. And besides, in the time since Mutiny formed, certain individuals have proven their loyalty to our side. We should start there.
Keep in mind, these superstars will compete for us in the best-of-3 series. Everything is at stake, including our livelihoods and the future of WWE. So choose carefully.
Which brand do you want to go recruit first?
I'll start on Raw, talking to superstars from the men's division.
Okay. You have our full support.
Do this. So our options are Drew, Troy, and Jey Uso. $16. Go, Drew.
Pierce told me you and your partner are the ones to talk to about Survivor Series. Well, there's no need for a big discussion. I'm in.
That sounds a lot more like a demand than a request.
It's not a demand. It's the way you're gonna win. If there's a man in WWE who can tear down CM Punk and everything he represents, it's me.
I'm not even sure you could draw him out, though. Punk's been hiding down in Orlando, surrounded by his army of followers. It's a fortress.
Brother, trolling cowardly moron Punk is one of the great joys in my life. I'll get him so mad, he won't be able to resist coming out of his spider hole.
How are you going to do that? It's going to take more than simple name-calling.
Okay. Remember when Punk had a midlife crisis and became a failed MMA fighter?
Yep. Not his finest hour.
Nope. And you know he just lies awake at night, stewing in his failure. Now you put me on your Survivor Series team, I'm gonna revisit his little foray into MMA to show him how a real fighter takes care of business.
Damn. That would drive Punk nuts.
So what do you say? Ready to roll with me all the way through Survivor Series?
Yeah, I fucks with it.
Man, I am so ready to troll CM Punk. I just wish I could see the look on his face when you rake him over the coals.
Great! Now grab yourself some popcorn and a seat at the backstage monitor, because I'm gonna go out there and prove that MMA is just one more thing that I do better than cowardly moron Punk.
Drew McIntyre sporting a different look for this MMA rules match. As soon as CM Punk revealed himself as the leader of Mutiny, you had to know that Drew McIntyre would call him out.
Leaning into Punk's MMA career is a surefire way to get his attention.
MMA rules means we're about to see Drew hit even harder.
He said he'll steal the show here tonight, and he looks more than ready to deliver on that promise.
And this competitor is getting the opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh, that's that dude I he's back.
This is the best talent the GM could afford? Ugh. I shudder to think of what they spend on catering.
I'm sorry, because I've been wanting to fight this dude ever since he started. He is really,
Oh,
man,
great. And the
he was
GM's
knocking
going
me
to
out
pay for that slop.
first go around.
I was
I'm
supposed
sorry.
to get paid? Not the other way around?
My feelings are hurt, because I wanted to really get him back.
The following contest is an under...
Drew McIntyre is taking a shot across CM Punk's bow with this MMA-style match, attire and all.
And you have to think it's going to send Punk's blood pressure through the roof.
I just got to knock him out, so easy enough.
Ouch. Look at this. Just launched his opponent.
Overhead belly to belly. East River crossing.
See what Drew got in the bag.
Able to capitalize on McIntyre's mistake.
A complete stalemate of reversals here. Neither one giving an inch. Hooked up. Great power.
Inverted suplex.
They got their opponent in the fireman's carry and rotates over for a flapjack.
Setting him up for the flatliner.
And it looks like, yeah, he's donning the crimson mask after that move.
Glasgow kiss by McIntyre.
You got just probably got a Claymore in this.
Shoulder tackle. McIntyre's just so dominant.
This is what it feels like to run into a competitor like McIntyre. And that will do it. Not getting up from that one, so it's called.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre just sent a message straight to CM Punk.
And that message is, anything you can do, I can do better. Your move, Punk.
I'm sorry. I want to get that dude.
Drew McIntyre, my old buddy. You crawled out from under your troll bridge to try to call me out again. We've been going back and forth for so long, I can barely remember what got your skivvies in a bunch to begin with. It doesn't really matter though, does it? Because every time you step to CM Punk, you end up red-faced and humiliated. But now I hear you want to be one of WWE's chosen ones at Survivor Series to take on Mutiny. We've all seen how you excel as a chosen one. There can be only one.
Ouch.
And you ain't it, Drew. You want CM Punk so bad? Well, you're gonna get your wish when CM Punk shows up at Raw next week, looks you in your creepy eyes in the middle of that ring and slaps that dumb beard off your doofus face. Again.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta.
Must prepare for my confrontation with the carny malcontent Punk, beard trim, Claymore loaded, knowing that I live free in that revolutionary head. It's real funny. But when CM Punk gets his hands on the Scottish Warrior cosplaying, it won't be joining anymore. All right, bet.
Do you see Punk's rant? You've definitely got him riled up.
That was the plan.
It's good to have him off his game. But when Punk says he's showing up here to confront you tonight, I would assume there's going to be some kind of mutiny trap.
That's the safest bet you're ever gonna make. Here's the thing. If he springs a trap on me, he'll probably pop his shoulder out of his socket, so I'm not terribly worried.
Punk may be made out of fine china, but Mutiny has plenty of badasses on their roster, and they could come from anywhere. So I'm still gonna watch your back.
Good man. You watch for Mutiny backstage, I'll meet Punk in the ring. This goes right, that little creep isn't gonna make it to Survivor Series.
Talk your talk, Drew.
It's the Scottish Warrior ready to get his hands on CM Punk. Get to this ring right now, my boy. Let's go, Drew. That's not CM Punk. It's Kevin Owens. All right, when you get to this ring. fight for him.
Punk promised that Drew would see him in the ring this week, not KO, aka knockoff Owens.
The last thing I want to do is give CM Punk any credit, but it was Drew who started the trolling last week. What we're watching right now is the receipt.
Able to avoid damage with an evasive maneuver.
Go ahead, Drew.
Ouch.
Hangman's neck breaker. McIntyre
Just launched his opponent.
overhead belly to belly.
Goes into the corner.
Clothesline in the corner. Spine buster.
Suplex.
Not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but it sure looks effective from here. Owens running into some trouble.
Drew's looking thrilled with the beating he's putting on.
All right, so I gotta get him.
Oh my, sent flying.
Was definitely not thinking about finesse with that one.
He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a countout.
Drew is setting him up for the Claymore. That'll take his head.
What the hell? That's Lexus King.
Oh, we've got another CM Punk out here.
Gigi Dolan out of nowhere with a high knee. And here comes KO to direct traffic.
This pack of punks are taking Drew McIntyre apart. I don't like the looks of this. Go to sleep.
Clearly, they're sending a message from CM Punk.
Come on, get in here. Is that all you got?
Insult meet injury. GG Punk's got Drew McIntyre in the
Barely
Anaconda
even get that
Vice.
over
We
his
need some
own.
help out here. Is anyone in the locker room going to stop this mutiny assault?
This is a major setback in the war against mutiny.
And Punk didn't even need to show up.
Drew McIntyre called out CM Punk, and now he's been beaten up by a whole army of them.
All right, y'all. Apologize for that extremely long video. I had to do that a couple of times, and I had to edit it out a little bit. That was definitely challenging, but we'll definitely catch you guys in the next episode. I don't really know where to go from here. I guess building upon Survivor Series. So I will definitely catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for this continued support and everything like that. Peace and love. We out of here.